just moments away. It's the Chargers and the Vikings next on Madden NFL 22.
And he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Flag down. This could set him back. Yes. He's going to put him back with not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. Here's Herbert. Gets around him. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. And on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
Running on first down, Eckler. And he'll be pulled down, and now a late flag will come with it. And that's in the area of a face mask, I think. Well, you hate that defensively. They had him pretty well corralled, but the face mask, that obviously changes things.
Yeah, it's a bit frustrating because you feel like you did everything right. You had him stop, but the hand gets up just a little too high, and the natural inclination is to hold on, and that's going to get called every time.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. Herbert now. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the...
And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Chargers have taken a first-quarter lead. With the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. 5 plays there on that drive. And it's Austin Eckler who finishes things off with a touchdown run. Kenny Nwagu now out of his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Throwing now is Kaepernick. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed. A big play that time through the air. 34 yards.
As we've seen over the years, offensive coordinators will often ease their way into drives. Many of them don't want to risk a turnover, put their defense in a bad spot, but not in this case.
Not at all. Forget about easing into it. They took a shot. It worked. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. 2nd down, they go right back to Cook. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Cook. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 33-yard line.
To throw, it's Kaepernick. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Charger 16.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Into the red zone now, Kaepernick. And this one right back into the hands of Jefferson. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the Chargers.
To throw, Kaepernick. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Give to Cook out of the gun. Trucks over him. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, a 12-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Well, first quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Well, they got down 7-zip. They said, we'll go for 2, one up you, and they take the lead.
How about that for a little risk-reward, right? If you don't get it, you're only down a point. Let's go ahead and make a statement in this ball game, and that's exactly what they did.
This is taken just shy of the 10. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Herbert.
Herbert's pass. Complete to Dalvin Cook. It's a gain of 6. 1st down, Chargers.
A tight one. 8-7 our score after 1 on EA Sports. Charger football to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
From the shotgun, here's Herbert. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. It'll be a loss of 5 there as the safety blitz winds up paying off. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. Caught by Allen. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. Here's Ty Long now to punt this one away. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now. They have to feel great about their opportunity.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and 8.
On play action, it's Kaepernick. Sliding out of the pocket. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Touchdown, Vikings! A great effort there. 63 yards. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 8. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it all culminates in a touchdown for Minnesota. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. This is taken just shy of the 10. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. And to the right side here, it's Allen. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. On first down, it's Kelly. Oh, he's got some breathing room. A solid stiff arm. And he will finally be taken out of bounds. 40 yards rushing for him now to this point. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. On first and 10, Herbert. And he slings one that's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Throwing again on second and 10. Herbert. Throw left side is hauled in by Palmer. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag. Because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him.
Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Zadarius Smith with a big-time sack on third down. It's a loss of 7. Hopkins' kick is good. And the lead slims to 5 now at 15-10. So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in the second quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hole. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they've got a little over 40 seconds to work with if they want to try to put something together. Kaepernick now on first down. Eluding the pressure right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete. They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. Touchdown, Vikings! A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the Vikings would extend their lead here just before halftime. Cook. They'll try and run it. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. And so they run it in on the 2-point try. You know, so often, Charles, we talk about, from the offense's perspective, what you do on the 2-point conversion. How about the defense? How do they play run versus pass?
It's really difficult for them because I think most teams want to play for the pass. That's what they see most teams do. And so are you able to mass enough people inside if the team decides to run it? Very difficult. I think what you're seeing a lot more now, people blitzing the 2-point conversion. They want you to make a quick decision and make it right now.
There, the offense wins the battle for 2. Big loss here as he's taken down. Give that sack to Harrison Phillips, the big man. So we've reached halftime here. Well, that came a little abruptly here. Still working on my apple up in the booth. Hang on here. Let me spit this out. And we can get to the 3rd quarter now. All right, Coach, thank you. And we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Nuwanger now from his end zone.
And he'll get this just up past the 20, but a marker is down. Let's get the call. They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. That often runs you into a penalty.
And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. 54 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. On 1st and 10, here's Kaepernick. Flushed out right.
Open man is Osborne. He's got it.
Shedding the tackler that gives him some room. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A big connection on that one. 30 yards. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Here's Kaepernick. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Jerry Tillery just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
That's a gain of 6.
On 3rd and long, it's Kaepernick. Buying time to his left. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. Mike Zimmer's made the decision. His guys will go for 2. Kaepernick looking to throw for it. Forced out to his left. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. So the signal caller doing it himself there on the 2-point try.
You got to like that. We always talk about the ball staying in the hands of the best players, but most of the time you want to get it to a back, pitch it to a wide receiver. In this case, the quarterback did it himself.
This is taken. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they are going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return, a scoop and score for the Vikings. Joseph now to have the PAT. And that'll increase their lead to 28. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown.
From the 10. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Charger drive about to get going.
They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now
nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. Ross Blacklock
coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now it's Herbert. On the screen, this is Eckler. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
Now on third down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. Here's Ty Long now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They run it again with Cook. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. And they're going to speed things up here. And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains. That was enough to get them a first down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball.
A big play there for Minnesota. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that will extend this big lead.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down.
And Daniil Hunter, he's the one who gets in there and brings him down to the ground. This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front getting to him. Other times you have extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts. It's been a variety, and they've had no way of blocking him.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
His throw complete right side to the tight end Parham.
Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. Return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis, and that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Oh, good move. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position, 1st and 10. First down, here's the run with Cook. Runs through the contact. And he's got some space here. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, 48 yards. And the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
I know I should keep the focus and the spotlight on the hero that just scored, but tackling's been an issue for this defense all game long. I can't set that aside. We just saw it again here. Missed tackles leads to his long touchdown run.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will swell by 1 more.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Taken from about the 12. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30. The Charger drive about to get going. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
Then they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. Puts it on the carpet, it's out, and the Vikings pick up the football. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. And they'll start the drive here with an end around. Not a whole lot of room to run. Gets it to the 35 after showcasing the great move.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Well, now they'll try the end around. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
It's 3rd down and 6.
On play action, it's Kaepernick.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Nasir Adderley.
And the Chargers are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Herbert. Finding Williams once more, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. Over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Herbert operating from the red zone.
And he is going to be taken down. They got him. As that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning.
They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd and long.
Herbert has it knocked free.
They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. 3rd and long, it's Herbert. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They were all county, all state, at other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
On the jet sweep, here comes Jefferson.
And shedding the tackle, and now some room. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25.
I think the reason this play is so successful is not just the blocking at the point of attack, but how about the speed at which he takes the handoff? He's in motion already, so he's not coming from a flat start like a running back often is. He's at a full run by the time he gets the football.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
Fourth quarter with the lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get...
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill, but remember, this is a team who puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
Extra point right down the middle, and that will extend this big lead.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown.
Looking up into the roof, and he muffs it. It's loose.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
The Charger drive about to get going. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Justin Herbert looking to pass, and that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
So the big play to kick off the drive set them up 1st and goal, and they're able to cash in right away on play number 2.
I think I'm starting to understand more and more when we get ready to do games and we meet with coaches why they talk about big plays, explosive plays, and how it sets them up for success, because that's exactly how they're able to score on this one. We saw the touchdown, we saw the payoff, but of course that big, long chunk play is what got them in position.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They'll run on 1st down. Cook, and he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams